A whole lot of group monitoring this exercise, trying to make sure that such things as vote buying did not take place. And then I really look forward to your analysis. And now I think it's about time for us to join our correspondent in Osun State, John Felix, and he's about to give us updates on what's going on there over there right now. Hello, John. Could you please bring us up to date on what's going on there? Good morning.
Good morning, Iribami. It's election day here in Osun State, July 16th. Today is the D-Day. Residents of Osun State are waiting, have been expecting to go exercise the franchise. This particular exercise is expected to take place in 30 local government areas of the state, as well as 332 registration centers and 3,763 polling units across the state. 15 candidates is expected to go into this poll today. With the least age, the least among them is 35 years old, while the oldest is 66 years old. Since the advent of democracy, the state has witnessed four democratically elected governors, right from BC Akande in 1999 down to 2003, Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola 2003 to 2010, Rauf Aregbesola 2010 to 2018, and the incumbent governor 2018 down to 2022. Now the D-Day is set for them, the residents of the state, to put out the next person who will be the fifth democratically elected, governor of the state. The most interesting part of this is that they are familiar terrain, it's a familiar race, it's a familiar terrain. 15 candidates, we have 5 who have been perceived to be the major contenders: the APC, the Labour Party, the PDP, the SDP, and of course the Accord Party. But we know that even among those 5, there are 2 who have been perceived also to be the strongest among the 5 of them, and that's the APC and the PDP. This is also going to be a case whereby it's a familiar terrain, if a renewal battle that happened in 2018, that's going to play out in 2022, because the candidates of the APC in 2018 and the PDP will also be squaring it out in 2022. Right here, I'm at the Salvation Army School in Oshobo, one of the Iraq centers where materials have been moved out, to different polling unit areas of the state. This is also one of the polling units where election will be taking place today. So I can, from my journey down to this place, we see a serious security presence across the road, whereby if you don't have any business, you don't have to be out there. Yesterday there was a security advisory stating that there will be curfew between the hours of 12 o'clock midnight to 6 p.m. till when the exercise would have been concluded. So there's no movement of vehicles if you don't have any business out there. Just people that have one thing or the other to do, election observers, media, journalists, amongst other persons with the accredited tag, are those that can actually move out for this particular election.
Okay, all right, thank you for that. It seems like things are going smoothly over there. But what time is voting supposed to commence? And by now, I think that INEC officials should have already set up there, in preparation for the election. How is the preparation like over there? That is from INEC. Are they there already? Are they setting up?
Yes, distribution of non-sensitive materials, started on Thursday across the 322 registration areas and across the 3,763, polling units. Now, this morning, just like I said, this is just one of the rack centers whereby the materials that are supposed to go to this polling unit are being taken out from this place. This is also a polling unit where voters will exercise their franchise this morning. If you could see right behind me, it's a polling unit already where INEC officials are there, core members are there, adult staff are out there waiting for the kickoff of this election. Is expected to start by 8 o'clock this morning. But from what I've seen so far, I see that people are already moving out to their registration, to their different polling units, waiting for the time to exercise their franchise.
Okay, all right, and from your audio over there, I could get sirens blaring. So I'm guessing that means security over there is top notch.
Yes, we have presence of security agencies across the polling unit, the polling booths. We've also been informed that to complement what they have also, men of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps will also be on ground, to man, each of the polling units just to forestall any form of violence or disorder. So each polling unit has a presence of a security officer. Just as you can see behind me, there's a member of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps who is at the extreme end of that polling unit. Anybody that doesn't have any business out there will not be allowed to go close to such places, and they'll be returned back to their respective homes.
Okay, all right. So when should we be expecting to see voters come out to do what they're supposed to do?
Voting commences at 8, and if you could see clearly just behind me, see some persons. What is taking place is that their names have been pasted to a wall, and you can see pockets of voters who are already checking by to see their names. Aside that, we have core members who are already waiting also on standby just to be sure that everything is safe. What is left here, we have the boxes also, of course, the boxes that will be used in which the votes will be dropped into the bucket. We have that here already sorted. The names have been pasted to the wall. We have core members and also other INEC supervisory officials who are also waiting. This is about 15 minutes past 7. The election is supposed to start by 8, and we believe that any time from now, voters will be coming out, to exercise the franchise with the election starting by 8. But one interesting thing about this election is to see how, issues of vote buying will be curbed. That means the way the voting cubicle will be placed to where the votes will be dropped will be one area that will pay more attention to as far as this election is concerned, so that people don't have to expose their ballot papers wherever they
Okay,
must have
all right.
cast their vote.
We thank you so much for that update, John. Phillips will be linking up with you as the program goes by. Thank you very much.
Many thanks.
And there you go. That's the situation report from Osun State.